Dr. Anjola Robbin, and welcome to Double Narratives with Dr. Angie. Now, the first thing we're going to consider is, why should we even be talking in the first place? Why is there a need for us to have a parent-children relationship? And I use the word children very selectively, because sometimes when we just say teenagers, it's not really teenagers, because you have to build up communication from when they are actually very young to when they become young adults, and it can be especially troublesome when they are teens. So why should we be talking to teenagers, and why should they be talking back to us? Why should you be talking to mommy, and why should you be talking to daddy? Why shouldn't you exclude close relatives about issues that bother about your life? And we're going to look at 4 points on why it's necessary to just talk. Today we're going to consider 4 points why it's necessary for us to actually talk. Now we're looking at it from both perspectives now, from the parents' perspective and then of course from the children's perspective. Why is it very important to talk to people? Now, first on the list is that when you talk to people, it's like opening a book to read. You discover who they are, and vice versa, they discover who you are too. And when you discover who they are, it affords you the opportunity to categorize what role they are going to play in your life and what role you're going to play. If you're going to be close friends with them, if you're going to be on a project with them, if you're going to be in a mission with them. I'm sure you've heard this popular saying that there are 3 kinds of friends: friends for a reason, friends for a season, and of course friends for a lifetime. So when you talk to children, you discover who they are, their personality differences, and you're able to help them to shape up their personalities, and you can actually shift the category they belong to by categorizing them via talking. Also, when you talk to people, because you've been able to categorize them and you've been able to discover them, you're less judgmental. You know that feeling when you know what people can actually do and you're very forgiving when they do wrong to you? Or when you just find out some people are mischievous, some people are very particular about issues, some people are overtly judgmental in their nature. You become very forgiving of them when they do things, because having spoken with them, you have discovered who they are. And that way, it helps you come to the communication table from time to time a better person, because you know who you're talking to. So it's very, very essential to engage in talk with people. And when I say talk, because sometimes people ask me, how do you even start a conversation, especially with mommies or daddy or grown-ups? And the answer is simple: just talk. Talk about little things. Talk about your day. Talk about things that you fear. Talk about events. Talk about things that excite you. Talk about things that depresses you. Talk about fashion. Talk about jewelries. Talk about soccer. Talk about sports. Talk about documentaries. Talk about animals. Just speak on any issue, no matter how seemingly petty. Because as you're discussing these issues, they are discovering your areas of interest. They are discovering who you are. And that way they can help build a relationship with you. They can understand your personality. They can understand your viewpoints. They can understand your narratives about life. And then they kind of fall in love with that perspective. Another reason why you need to talk is for the sake of mentorship. If you don't say something, you don't get criticized for it, and you never learn. If you don't say something, you don't get applauded for it, and you never take up the compliment, so you can forge ahead with future challenges. So it's important you're always talking to someone who can mentor you. And what best set of persons are to mentor apart from parents? And we're still going to get to why it's important you understand the role of mentorship of parents to children in a relationship. So talking affords you the opportunity to be able to discover yourself in the process of discovering others. You know this thing they say in psychology, that from time to time you just need to listen to yourself speak. You know, humorously, people say that women have a fantastic way of solving their own problems. All they need to do is talk about their problems, and in the midst of talking about their problems, they solve their problems themselves. Do you know the same thing applies to all of us, whether we are male or female? Sometimes all you need to do is to talk about issues, and you rediscover yourself, and you discover that you have a better approach you can take. So remember that it's important you're talking. One is because you can talk and discover yourself. You discover people, you become less judgmental, you become less forgiving of their errors, and of course you can thrive with mentorship, because when you talk, you get mentorship, you are taught what you're criticized or you are praised, and that way you learn what next step you want to take in your life, and then overtly you become more comfortable as you begin to talk from time to time. So I want to implore you, keep talking the talk, don't stop talking the talk, and just try with one very simple topic. Pick up a discussion with one of your parents today. Trust me, you will be amazed. And then, considering the other side of the narrative, you also need to be talking to children. Pick up anything at all. Ask them about what they feel about cooking. Ask them what they feel about the opposite sex. You need to be talking to them. When you pick issues that you feel might interest them, and you don't get to know what interests them except you talk. So it's so interwoven. You need to keep talking to discover each other, and that way you have a bond of friendship that can be created. Now, I hope these tips have been helpful. Don't forget, keep talking the talk. Irrespective of what you're talking about, just make sure and put it at the back of your mind as you're talking. You're discovering yourself, you're discovering others, you're getting mentorship, and at the same time, you're also learning to be less judgmental of people. Now, thank you so very much for listening. Now, don't forget to keep talking the talk. Talk about anything and everything. Now, you'll be amazed the magic is going to do. It's going to put you guys back on the communication table, and we can kick off from there. Join me in my next video as we'll be talking about myths and taboos associated with talking in our society. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. Thank you very much.